Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we are talking Real Housewives of Atlanta / Love and Marriage Huntsville because former Bravo producer, but now, of course, at OWN, Carlos King has some thoughts, you guys, on allegedly there being a little bit of an argument or some sort of a disagreement of some sort that takes place during filming of Real Housewives of Atlanta between Martell and Kenya Moore, you guys. So let's get into it. This is coming from urbanbellmag.com, and it says the following. It says, Love and Marriage Huntsville executive producer Carlos King confirms the rumors. Rumors are swirling after Love and Marriage Huntsville star Martell Holt's appearance with Sheree Whitfield at Aaron Ross's birthday. The Real Housewives of Atlanta cameras were present and allegedly captured a conversation between Sheree's friend and fellow peach holder Kenya Moore and Martell. It is rumored that Kenya and Martell's conversation turned heated quickly and put Sheree in an uncomfortable position. As many Real Housewives of Atlanta and Love and Marriage Huntsville fans speculate about what went down between Kenya and Martell, Carlos King spoke on the incident. During the latest episode of Reality with the King, Carlos confirmed the incident went down. He said that there is a video that is leaked online that appears to show Martell filming with Sheree by his side, with Kenya, the legend Moore, standing across from him. And a lot of people are speculating whether or not Kenya and Martell were having a heated discussion. And the only thing that I will say is, what is going on? I heard it went down, basement. And Martell versus Kenya. To know that something may have gone down with Martell and Kenya, one thing we know about Martell is going to speak his mind. Carlos had even more to say about the situation, including what Martell brings to the table and what fans can expect. Those who have not seen Martell Holt, and of course the Bravo universe of, reality TV and everything else. And so Carlos King also speaks highly about Martell's ability to verbally spar with Kenya Moore and other housewives. Next, Love and Marriage Huntsville executive producer Carlos King spoke about how Martell Holt handled the situation with Kenya Moore. As Carlos spoke about the alleged altercation between Martell and Kenya, he let it be known that Martell is more than able to handle his own with the Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya in the rumored verbal altercation. During his podcast episode, Carlos spoke very highly of Martell's ability to verbally spar with housewives. He mentions Martell's experience on Love and Marriage Huntsville and other items in his personal life prepared him for this, and that the housewives are not prepared for him. And so then finally, he also says in this article, as well, sorry, that was just funny for me, to know that something may have gone down with Martell and Kenya. One thing we know about Martell will speak his mind, unlike the other husbands on the show, well, except for Peter Thomas. Martell speaks his mind, and he goes off on anybody that he feels is going off on him. We've seen it on my show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and Martell speaks his mind. He is a Capricorn. He pledged the fraternity Kappa Alpha Psi. So to know that he and a Titan like Kenya had a moment, it's like, ooh, I can't wait. He is going to make sure that these women know that he is not the Real Housewives of Atlanta husbands that you were used to. Like, if y'all go gutter, I'm going Jason, Friday the 13th, basement on y'all. Carlos King also expresses concern about how Sheree Whitfield is going to manage her relationship with Martell Holt and friendship with Kenya Moore. Next, Carlos is very interested to see how Martell's relationship with Sheree will affect Sheree's friendship with Kenya. Carlos always mentions that Kenya and Sheree are friends in real life. However, with Martell being the most outspoken husband since Peter Thomas, Martell can seemingly test the limits of friendships. Okay, Martell ain't one to play with, he's not, and it'll be interesting to see how Sheree handles this because look, Sheree and Kenya are friends. Although I am aware of what occurred and I'm not going to say it, I am curious to see how Sheree is able to defend her man without losing her friendship with Kenya. One thing we know is that Kenya and Sheree are really friends in real life. They're neighbors and they really do enjoy each other. Kenya is someone who is a force multiplier, and Martell is one of the best male force multipliers in reality television. If one thing Carlos King is going to do, he's going to hype up Martell Holt. Unprovoked. I don't think those peaches are ready for the likes of Martell. And what's so interesting is not since Peter Thomas have you seen anyone speak his mind and not care if he is involved in women's business. Carlos King says Martell Holt is not leaving Love and Marriage Huntsville. Lastly, Carlos King let it known that Martell is very much a part of the Love and Marriage Huntsville universe. Carlos also expects to see Sheree appear in future episodes. Carlos let it be known that he cannot wait to get his hands on Sheree in Huntsville. So there is that, and then there's a link, of course, to his podcast. What do you guys think about this? So, I am not surprised that Martell got into another verbal altercation with another woman, you guys. I mean, that's his MO. If he feels threatened or disrespected, or he is in defense mode or what have you, he doesn't care who you are. And we've seen it for seasons, you guys. We've seen it for seasons on Love and Marriage Huntsville, how Martell Holt moves. And the one thing that I can say out of all of this is that I'm not surprised. And, you know, this will be interesting because I'm sure it's going to show up in the Real Housewives of Atlanta trailer once they wrap up filming for this season. And I can tell that Carlos King is giddy. Because this is bringing crossover exposure to his platform, his shows that are on the OWN network, you guys. So this is definitely something that he's excited about, that, you know, where he used to formerly work at, now he can have both platforms cross over, with Martell being on Real Housewives of Atlanta, which has way more viewers and has a bigger audience than on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So therefore, he is looking at that cross promotion and that opportunity to strike ratings gold by also having the favor return and having Sheree appear on Love and Marriage Huntsville as well, to bring in those Real Housewives of Atlanta fans from Bravo who are not familiar with Love and Marriage Huntsville. So this is a win-win for Carlos King, because one, he likes the mess, and two, this brings exposure to the OWN network and to Love and Marriage Huntsville for him, and he is hoping to bring more eyeballs as a result of this. So this will be very interesting to see, and I see why certain people are spiraling, of course, who still do not have an opportunity to be on a reality TV show. So there is that. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post some content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.